Hey guys, welcome back to Owoh's Corner. And I know it's been a while since I've made a video. Uh, there was a recent death in my family, and I don't want to go too much into detail, but my grandmother, she was very close to me and my mom. And for the past week and a half, I've been really helping my mom as well as the rest of my family. And I haven't really had the time or found the time to draw or do anything art related. And I just recently caught up on all my schoolwork. But helping my family and spending time with my extended family, as well as reflecting on my grandmother, uh, it's given me the time to actually think about what I wanted to do long term because my grandmother, she helped a lot of people in her life, and I want to do the same. So, as you guys know, I am in college. I'm actually in my senior year, and I'm working towards my degree. And I'm thinking that after I graduate and after I get my degree, of course, I'm going to join the studio for a while. But later in life, I really do want to open my own studio. And I want to open that studio here in Raleigh. In Raleigh, so I can be closer to my family. And I want to open a studio because I think that in Raleigh, we have a lot of museums. We have a lot of museums, statues. We have a few art galleries, and there's just an overall appreciation for art. So I would like to capitalize on that market, on that appreciation, and start my own studio here. And I want to open a studio because a lot of jobs are centered in New York and Hollywood, California. A lot of the creative field, as well as the entertainment field, is very centralized in those locations. And it gets difficult because there are many people who end up having to move to those locations to even make a name for themselves. And let's be honest, it's not even a 50-50 chance, it's more so a 25-75 chance, or even lower than that, if you're ever going to be seen, if you're ever going to be noticed, if you're ever going to be successful when you move there. And then just decentralizing animation and creative outlets from Hollywood and from New York, I feel that we would get more diverse stories and more diverse content because, and I don't just mean diverse like skin color deep or orientation deep, I mean like people come from different areas and they take their background and they take their experiences and they put it into their craft because let's be honest, in America, animation is still seen as for children. And a lot of animations in America are dumbed down and comedically focused rather than being used for complex narratives. We don't usually see that in America. I can only name really one, and that's Avatar. Like, we don't have a lot of complex narratives that use animation as a medium. So I know it seems astronomical, crazy even, but I feel like if I can open my own studio, then I can change the way how animation is widely viewed in the West. And who knows, later in life, I do plan on starting a few nonprofit organizations as well as programs, because if you're a black person like me or any person of color, you're often told that, oh, you have to be an athlete, or oh, you have to be a rapper in order to get out, in order to make a name for yourself. And I want to start a program that teaches children in a young age how to do art and how to do design and animation, like just foundational things like figure drawing or perspective drawings, the fundamentals of art, the fundamentals of design and editing, even something as simple as using different cameras or using different audio devices, things like that, positions, camera positions. I want to show people that if you want to be an athlete or if you want to be a music artist, that's fine, but that's not the only thing you have to do or should do. You don't have to be a mathematician or a scientist or a rapper or an athlete to get ahead. And I also want to start a nonprofit that also helps fledgling and beginning artists get their early foot in the door. Because one of the sad truths is that a lot of studios and a lot of companies really only want people with experience. And because when companies say experience, they mean that they want people who have worked for other companies. That's what they want, that's what they look for. And there are animators, artists, filmmakers who are fresh from college, and it takes them 20, 30 applications to even find a job. And even if they do find that job, that's really only temp work. It's not something long term that they can safely have and safely be a part of for a chunk of their life. A lot of jobs in the art field are temp work. So I would like to make a site that helps these new and fledgling artists, filmmakers, animators get their foot in the door. And I'm thinking that how the site can operate is the fledgling artists with skill get priority. So artists sign up for this site. It's completely free for artists and actual users. And so what happens is you apply for this site, you post your portfolio or certain pieces from your portfolio. You post your contact information, your various social medias that you frequent and or regularly post on. And so then companies will actually be charged money to access this site, and they will see a bunch of new and fledgling artists who have the skill that they're looking for. There's a special filtration system, and the new artists who don't have experience or who have not worked prior will be at the top of the list and who will have priority and who will more so be chosen, because everyone deserves to work. Everyone deserves to have a job. Everyone deserves to not be afraid of if they're going to sleep on the street one night or if they're going to spontaneously become homeless. Everyone deserves that. I believe that everyone deserves that. So that's why I want to make these programs, make these jobs, make these avenues for people so that no one can have that fear. If you ask a college student, any major, not just art, you could ask a science major, a psychology major, even a math major or like something simple like a med student. It's shocking how many of them are afraid of being homeless. So many of them are afraid that they won't be able to find work after college and they'll be living in a box somewhere on the street. And they'll just have so much college debt and loan debt that they'll never rise from it, or they'll be burdens on their parents. And if you're an art student or if you're in the creative field, then you especially feel that, which is why I want to start these programs and nonprofits and even my own studio, because I want to give people the chance. I want to give people the resources that I cultivate and that I create in order for them to rest easy. I just want to help people like my grandmother did. So that's my life plan. I never really know how to end videos, but yeah, I figured out what I wanted to do longer term, than just make stories. There are so many people with different ideas and different thoughts, different stories that they can tell that they want to tell, but so many of them never get that chance. So I want to be that one that gives people the chance to tell their stories. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to make these videos. I'm going to make my animations. I'm going to tell my stories. And when I reach the top and when I become successful, I'm going to uplift and help those around me. I know I'm idealistic. I was told that if you work really hard and if people see that you're working hard, and I was told this at a very young age. I was told this at a very, very young age. I think I was maybe 6 or 8 years old. I was told that if you work really hard, if you find your passion, and if you work towards that passion, then someone is going to see it. People will see it, and they'll flock towards you, and they'll help you. And so that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. A person that sees passion, that sees potential, and helps nurture it and uplift it. Anyway, this has been Owoh's Corner, my little corner of art. It was fun making this video. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share even. Oh, and I have a Patreon too. So give me a reason to post on Patreon more often. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.